I shared a video a while back about a grayscale coloring method that I use and a lot of people liked it, but a lot of comments recently have been asking for an in-depth tutorial. I already have one tutorial up for grayscale, but it explores an older technique I used to use, so I figured I'd update it now a few months later showing this new method. We'll start very easy in this tutorial by finding the local value of the colors of whatever you're drawing. Color your drawing like normal. You don't need to add blush or minimal highlights like I did. It can just be the bare minimum to get those local values. Then create a new layer, clip it onto the flat layer, and fill that layer in black. Now set that layer to color to make your flats grayscale. Before merging the two, duplicate your flats and then you can merge the grayscale layers. Slide the flats on top and set it to color and then toggle it off. You'll save it for later. From here, you can go crazy on details. I use a brush set to hard light and low opacity, that way I can just switch from black and white with the same brush to add detail. Once you're done with those details, you can also mess with the levels a bit. Make sure the skin at least stays relatively the same, that way you don't accidentally whitewash your character. Go ahead and clip on that color layer and switch it on. Stunning, but looks muddy. How do we fix this common issue in grayscale? Let me show you, my brunks. Make a new layer, clip it, and set it to overlay. Now, go back to your color layer and set your eyedrop tool to only select the current layer. Now move down the selected color to be somewhere in the middle of the box and slide the hue a bit. I always slide it counterclockwise. And now airbrush the color on. Look at that, so much more vibrant. You can also slide the hue a different direction and airbrush specifically on highlights for more color variance. Now let's look at the colors with the eyedrop tool. Before, the slider didn't move much and the colors moved in a flatter line. After using overlay, the values move more diagonally while also having the slider move more. After this, you can go about your normal process for finishing your drawing. For instance, I use hard light overlay and color dodge as some extra ways to make that color pop. And then I finish off the drawing with some curve adjustments, and here is the finished result. Comment suggestions on what else you'd like to see in my process, and as always, if you thought the drawing was fire, or maybe subscribe and check out my other platforms where I post other drawings I don't make videos for. Much love, brunks. Catch you in the next one.